Good day and welcome to Mayor King's TV News. I am Timiela Emanuela. Now to begin the news, here are some of our top stories. Delta communities threaten to shut down Warri Refinery over Inec Ward Delineation. Ijala stakeholders hail Obodo Warri's visit to Pere Ama Okusu of Obodo. On the foreign scene, Keir Starmer announces his resignation as Prime Minister and Labour Party leader. On sports, South Africa worthy of World Cup 2026 sports. Now the news in full. Ijala communities of the old Obodo and Omadino Ward in Warri South local government area of Delta State have threatened to shut down critical oil fields and depots in the locality over alleged non-allocation of separate electoral wards to the communities in the ongoing Independent National Electoral Commission ward delineation exercise. Scores of residents of the communities, comprising elderly men, women, and youths from Electoral, Ajeta, Ikere, and Otunwa, besieged the Electoral Community Hall on Sunday, where they staged a peaceful protest to express their grievances over the Inec exercise. Addressing journalists on behalf of the aggrieved communities, Pa Michael Domino said the peaceful protest became necessary after all civil and constitutional means employed to press home their demand for the division of Obodo/Omadino Electoral Ward into 4 independent wards were ignored. While praising President Bola Tinubu for his intervention to prevent a crisis in the ward delineation exercise in the Warri Federal Constituency, the protesters said Inec had only addressed misconceptions in Warri North and Warri Southwest, while their grievances in Warri South remained unresolved. Operatives of the Delta State Police Command have arrested 2 suspected cultists and recovered a pump-action gun, live cartridges, and suspected illicit drugs during a raid on a criminal hideout in Ibosa, Oshomole North local government area of Delta State. The suspects, identified as Okonkwo Prosper, 26-year-old, and Tuesday Emmanuel, 25 years old, both from Aniofu in Anochia North local government area, were arrested by operatives of the Command Anti-Cultism Unit during an operation carried out on June 19 about 11:45 p.m. A statement by the police public relations officer SP Edefi Bright said the operation followed credible intelligence on the activities of suspected criminals in the area. Edefi said the search of the suspects led to the recovery of an English pump-action gun loaded with 5 cartridges, a cutlass, charms, and substances suspected to be illicit drugs. It revealed that preliminary investigations indicated that the suspects are alleged members of a cult group linked to several cult-related clashes in Ibosa and surrounding communities. However, the police spokesman said the suspects were in custody while efforts were ongoing to apprehend other members of the group who fled during the operation. Moving on to Obodo Kingdom. The Warri Ijala Stakeholders Forum has praised Obodo Warri Ogiame Atawachu III for his historic visit to the Pere Ama Okusu of Obodo Warri Kingdom, describing the move as a bold step toward lasting peace and unity in Warri Delta State. In an open letter signed by its chairman, Edisimi Yeki, the forum said the royal visit signaled a shift from decades of suspicion and division to dialogue, reconciliation, and statesmanship. The group noted that the meeting between the 2 traditional rulers had rekindled hope for stability in Warri, stressing that the peace of the oil-rich city should take precedence over political ambitions and ethnic differences. Calling for the relationship to be sustained beyond symbolism, the forum urged the Obodo Warri and Pere of Obodo Warri to establish joint peace initiatives, cultural exchange programs, and economic partnerships capable of strengthening ties among the Shekiri, Ijala, and Robo communities. The forum concluded by describing the visit as a defining moment in Warri's history and expressed hope that it would usher in a new era of unity, mutual respect, and development. Now on the foreign scene, Keir Starmer has said he will quit as Labour Party leader, paving the way for a contest to decide a new prime minister. Speaking in Downing Street, Sarkar said he accepted he was not best placed to lead Labour into the next general election, and he had informed the King of his decision to step down. Keir Starmer added he has asked Labour's governing body to set out a timetable to replace him, with nominations opening on July 9, 2026 and ending by the summer recess on the 16th of July. He said if there was a contest, then a new leader would be in place before Parliament returns in September, and he will do everything he can to ensure an orderly transition of power. In the meantime, Sir Starmer said he would remain as Prime Minister until the leadership contest is complete. Recall that Sir Starmer was elected leader of the Labour Party in April 2020 and became Prime Minister on July 5, 2024, following Labour's general election victory. However, his decision to step down means the UK will soon have its 7th Prime Minister since 2016. Finally, on the world of sports, former Super Eagles captain William Troost-Ekong has admitted that South Africa deserved to qualify for the 2026 FIFA World Cup. His statements came despite widespread criticism of their performances so far and lingering resentment in some Nigerian quarters over the manner of Super Eagles' failure to qualify. Bafana topped their qualifying group, which also featured Nigeria, to secure a place at the global showpiece for the first time since hosting the tournament in 2010. The Super Eagles, on the other hand, missed out on qualification for a second consecutive World Cup after losing to Democratic Republic of Congo on penalties in the final round of the African playoffs. Also, Troost-Ekong acknowledged that South Africa earned their ticket to the tournament through greater consistency during the qualifying campaign. Now to end the news, recap on our headlines. Delta communities threaten to shut down Warri Refinery over Inec Ward delineation. Ijala stakeholders hail Olu of Warri's visit to Pere Ama Okosu of Obodo. On the foreign scene, Keir Starmer announces his resignation as Prime Minister and Labour Party leader. In sports, South Africa worthy of World Cup 2026 spot. That's the news as read and detailed by Ijala Emanuela. Thanks for watching.